In today's video, inshallah, we will be talking about performing the purificatory bath or al-ghusl. This is important to learn because among the conditions for the validity of the prayer is for the person to be clear of the major ritual impurity or al-hadath al-akbar. Note that what I will be mentioning now is in accordance to Imam al-Shafi'i, a prominent scholar who was born in the year 150 after Hijrah, and he died in the year 204. So he was among the Salaf who was very known for his knowledge. Before I start, I want you to differentiate between the term condition and integral. Let us define each one. A condition is not part of the deed. However, without it, the deed would not be valid. I'll give you an example. Performing wudu, ablution, is not part of the prayer. However, without ablution, the prayer would not be valid. An integral, on the other hand, is part of the deed, and also without it, the deed would not be valid. An example of an integral is the opening statement of saying Allahu Akbar in the prayer. It is part of the prayer, and without it, the prayer would not be valid. Let us start by mentioning now the 5 reasons as to why a person would need to perform the purificatory bath, al-ghusl, prior to praying. Other than these 5 reasons, the person can take a regular bath, but one would not be taking a bath with the intention to clear oneself of the major ritual impurity. So what are these 5? One of these is the termination of the menses, the period bleeding. When the female has her period, after the bleeding stops completely, she needs to perform this purificatory bath before she can pray. Another reason is the termination of the postpartum bleeding. Many females, when they deliver a baby, blood comes out. When this blood stops, also before they can pray, they have to perform this purificatory bath. A third reason to perform the purificatory bath is childbirth. There are some females, when they give birth, they do not have postpartum bleeding following giving birth. So even if blood does not come out, childbirth by itself requires the female to perform the purificatory bath before she can pray. The fourth reason to perform the purificatory bath is the emission of mani, the sexual spermal fluid of the male, and the corresponding sexual fluid of the female, whether it was emitted because of sexual intercourse or not. And the fifth and final reason is sexual intercourse itself. Even if sexual spermal fluid was not emitted, it requires the person to perform the purificatory bath before he or she can pray. Now, how do we perform this purificatory bath? It has 2 integrals. The intention, and the place of the intention is in one's heart, so one does not have to say anything with the tongue. One has the intention in one's heart when the water is touching the body. One can say in one's heart that I intend to clear myself of the major ritual impurity, hadath akbar. The second integral is basically to wash the whole body, including the hair, even if the male has a thick beard. So everything has to be washed with purifying water, head, toes included, everything. One needs to be careful. If one has anything that prevents the water from reaching the skin, it will have to be removed first. These basically are the 2 integrals to perform the purificatory bath, and Allah knows best.